So, how you guys doing today? It is a nice, beautiful, rainy, overcast day here in Central Florida. And these are beautiful clusters of muscadine grapes coming in. Look at, just beautiful. Absolutely loaded, packed down with fruit. Just tons and tons and tons of it. There's the sky for you. Nice overcast. But anyway, grapes. Can't grow too many grape varieties here in the south besides muscadines. But that's alright. These guys are so super productive. So easy to grow. It doesn't really matter. These right here on my grape rows are Seedless Fry and a couple other varieties. But look at all those coming in. Just tons of them. Most of these vines, I believe, are 3 years old this year. So 3-year-old vines. And they really are pumping out the grapes this year. And they're still flowering. These are seedless muscadines. And like I said, Seedless Fry right here. And what's interesting is I had a crop earlier in the year. We're almost into July right now. And these already were harvested. I believe the beginning of May. I got some nice clusters off of them. And they're putting on new growth with the rains. And as you can see with that new growth, I'm also getting flower clusters again, which is pretty awesome. So, the only downside with growing muscadines, and I believe any grape, is here you go. I'll show you. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of grapevines here. And these trellises, which are literally just cattle panels, held up with a T-post in the center. And that's what they look like right there. Super easy, fast trellising, sturdy. It was cheap at one point. All of these cattle panels came in. I bought them when they were, I think, $8 each. They're over $20 each now. So this is definitely a case of you really should have bought it when they were cheap. But there you go. You can see, just put them right in the center and let them go. But like I was saying, the only issue really with muscadines is they are so extremely vigorous. But that's okay. I've got the goats. You can hear them. They're getting fed. And I trim these throughout the year. I don't just trim my muscadines when they're dormant. They are so vigorous that I trim them multiple times a year. Like these vines here. These are 5-foot vines already, 6-foot vines. And there's no end in sight. If I let these go until the end of the year, I would literally have nowhere to walk, nowhere to move, because these muscadines would have 30, 40, 50-foot vines, just 1-year growth on them. There's some beetles making babies. Not entirely sure what they're eating. Should probably feed them to the chickens. So that's the one downside. They're extremely vigorous. But then on the other hand, look at how productive they are. So you can't really, harp on that. You got to do a bit of pruning, because you get so much food off of these with zero care. I don't spray these grapes. I don't water these grapes. The only thing I do is weed in between them. And right now, turmeric is getting planted in between them. But that is about it. Other than that, these guys get zero care from me, which is a pretty amazing crop in my book. And there's a bunch of them starting to ripen up. Really tasty. And while the seedless, there are no really large seedless muscadines. The smaller, the seedless fry, they taste really good. They're super productive, and they make up for those little tiny grapes, which, you know, they taste pretty good. Not bad at all. So, mostly just showing you guys here, not gonna talk too much. But it's time to grow food, and if you do have a little bit of extra space, stick in a muscadine vine. Make sure you get a self-fertile variety, or if you live in the south, there's normally enough males flowering. You can get away with a female if it's one that you want. Or there are nurseries or people that sell multi-grafted grapes. You can have a male and a self-fertile, not a male, a female and a self-fertile on the same vine. I actually saw those at Home Depot the other day. Apparently it was what the tag said, a multi-grafted grape that was a northern variety. And I think it had 3 varieties on it, which was pretty interesting. But you could do that with muscadines easily. 2, 3, 4 varieties on a single trunk. And then just make sure you don't prune off your varieties when you're hacking them back every year. But definitely worth growing, guys. I'm going to let you go right here. Grow food. You know, you got to have something sweet. You can't just grow vegetables and okra. You know, you got to have something sweet in your belly. Satisfy our sweet tooth. And muscadine grapes, if you're in the south, really suit that bill. So get growing, guys. Grow grapes. You know, grow food. Grow those super easy, super productive crops, and muscadines are those indeed. So see you later, guys. Check out, you know, everything below. Thank you for watching wherever you're watching this video. I do appreciate it. And get that food growing, right? Look at it. Just gorgeous. I'm going to leave you right there. Cannot find these amazing little flavor bombs in the store. And they're super easy to grow. So get going. Super easy. Take an 8-foot cattle panel, a T-post, and stick a grapevine on it. Train it to that vine to a single trunk, and then every year just prune it back to fit that 8-foot trellising you made, and they work perfectly. So, see you later, guys. Love you. Grow food. Thank you for watching. See you later.